Hello, I'm Lauren and welcome to Pilates. So today is going to be more prenatal. So I've been getting a lot of questions about like what can I do in Pilates if I'm pregnant? And a lot of that has to do with what your doctor has approved you to do. But especially when it comes to lying on your back, things like roll-ups, crunches, they're okay as long as you're still comfortable doing that. But as we get further along in the pregnancy stage, we want to avoid doing those sorts of movements. So for today, we are going to spend a lot more time in like a plank or 4-point position, so like a tabletop. So just be prepared for that. And yeah, if you have any little hand weights, like these little like round balls that I have back here, grab them. I'm using 3-pound hand weights today. I'm also going to be using a bender ball, so one of the little squishy balls. So if you have that, you can grab hold of that as well. Just so you know, you don't have to use either of these props, but if you have them, it can be a nice addition. So to get started, let's start in child's pose on our mats. So knees wide, hands high, and just breathe into your space. Start to arrive on your mat. As always, modify as you see fit. Just because I said this was more prenatal does not mean that it's going to be easy. So go for what feels right for you. Since I'm not in the room with you, I can't modify you. So modify yourselves as you see fit. Your body, your space, your workout. Inhale through your nose, exhale through pursed lips. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Place your left hand on top. Feel your side body stretch. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Place your right hand on top. Walk back to center. Roll up to tabletop. Adjust so that your hands are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And inhale, arch up to cat. And as you exhale, come down to neutral. Inhale, arch up to cat. Exhale, come down to neutral. Again. Next time you're in neutral, pull that low belly in. Now I want you to work on something with me. Find imprint. So feel like the tip of your hip is coming closer to your ribs and you have a slight arch in your back. Or curve, sorry. And then release to neutral. So squeeze, find that imprint. Tip of your hip is closer to the base of your ribs. And then release to neutral. Holding that neutral, take an inhale. Right arm, left leg, reach up. Find your balance and then switch. For another 4. I'm counting in pairs. 3, 2. And the next time your right arm and left knee are out, hold it. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your elbow and knee together and straighten it out. Elbow and knee, straighten. We're staying on that one side for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Other arm, other leg. Bring it in and stretch. Finding length. For another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen it all out. Bring it in. Walk your knees out a little bit so that you're on an angle at your hips. Tuck your toes under. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover your knees. For 3, 2, and 1. Release them down, sit back into a shell. Don't worry, it's gonna get harder. We're just warming up. Hands to your knees, roll yourself up to a kneeling position. Bring yourself back into that extended tabletop. So you have that extension at the hips. Tuck your toes under, take an inhale. As you exhale, hover your knees. For 3, 2, and 1. Release them down, untuck those toes, sit back into a shell. Again, this time, hands on your knees, roll yourself up. Find that extended table. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover those knees for 3, 2. This time, keep your high plank. You can always stay down on your knees if you'd like. Walk your feet so they're hip distance apart. Take an inhale, and then exhale, pull back into down dog. So we're going to do something similar to a pike. Come up high on your toes, pull that belly in, and wave yourself forward to a high plank. Hold. Beautiful. Press back to that down dog. Again, come up high on your toes, roll yourself forward. Push back. 2 more like that. High up, roll, push back. Last one, roll forward. Now drop down to your knees. You're on that extended table. Elbows stay in. Give me 3 push-ups. 2 and 1. Press up, press that high plank. Squeeze your bum, pull yourself in, down dog. Come up high your toes, roll yourself forward from your knees or toes. I want to see 3 push-ups. 1 more. Press back to that down dog. Come high on your toes. Roll yourself forward to plank. 3, 2, and on 1, drop those knees down. Sit back into a shell. Release your wrists. Hands to your knees. Roll yourself up to a kneeling position. Bring yourself forward. Get into that extended table. Tuck those toes under. Press up. Right away, plank this time. Are you ready? Tap those knees. Press. Tap. Press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, 1, press back to down dog. Hold it, come up high on your toes, roll forward, plank. 3 push-ups from your knees or toes, elbows stay in though, let's go. For 3, 2, and 1. Press back, down dog. High on your toes, roll forward. Tap those knees for 8, 2, and 1. Center it. Drop down to your knees. Don't go into a shell though. Bring yourself up to a tabletop. Make sure the weights are near the top of your mat. Now, I'm going to do something that's going to take balancing on one knee, okay? But now, these toes are staying down. So my right toes are going to be staying down. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, or you don't have this prop, you can do the whole thing down, okay? But there's going to be one point where I ask you to balance everything, okay? So my toes are up. If you're not on the squish ball, you are going to have both sets of toes down and balance both knees, okay? That is your option. I won't be able to show that to you once I'm on the ball. Ready? Bring that knee on top of that squish ball. Your right toes are down. Roll those shoulders back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, straighten out that left leg. Now, grab hold of one of your weights under your right arm. Open it out to the side, and then bring it in. Open, bring it in, pull that low belly in. For 6, 5, 4. In 3, we sweep the arms to the side. 2, and 1. Sweep it behind, bring it forward. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Release that hand down. Take an inhale. Exhale, hover everything. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that left leg down. Release the squish ball from under your right leg. Reach up with your right arm. Sweep it behind you. Make it fluid. Have your hips shifting back. Allow this freedom. The next time your arm reaches up, reach, inhale, exhale, sweep it under, don't touch your mat though. Inhale, reach, exhale, sweep it under. 2 more. 1 more. Bring it up, reach that arm back down. Grab your squish ball, place it under your left knee. Toes tucked under. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift that right leg up. Grab hold of the weight under your left arm. Reach out to the side, bring it in. 4. Ooh, no, that's 5. Now it's 4. 3, 2. Sweep it behind you in 1. Let's go. Sweep, pull everything in so you go one line. Are you ready for this? I'm not. Usually I like that I can talk during class and walk around instead of having to do every single thing with you guys. Because it's hard. Roll those shoulders down and back. Are you ready to flick? Ooh. Arms up. Flick your fingers like you're flicking away water. Okay, so now let's talk about flicking. This is flicking. This is a duck. Duck, flicking. I want you to flick like you're flicking water at me. Which maybe you don't feel like flicking water at me right now, but you might in about 2 seconds. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go for another like 20 seconds, so keep flicking. Try to get your elbows forward instead of kicking back. Woo! Flick, 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 flick. And when you feel like one hand is slowing down, brace yourself and allow both to flick at the same time, even faster. For 3, 2, 1, straighten it out. Circles backwards. Circles forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Hold it. Lower it down, shake it out a little bit. Grab your weights if you have them. Even if you don't, this is gonna suck. Bring it up to shoulder height and then bring it back down. We don't stop till the end of the song. And I don't know how long the song is. I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes. Because all songs are like 3 or 4 minutes. Next time your arms are at shoulder height, hold them there. Lift your palms up, flip them down. Up, down. I'm really regretting the fact that I'm using 3-pound weights after so long. I've only been using 2-pound weights at home. Next time your palms are up, hold them there. Hug a moon, and bring it back to shoulder height. Hug. Don't let your ribs pop. Hold them in. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them at shoulder height. Bicep curl in. Straighten it. Are we breathing? In through our nose, out through our mouth. You can always release the weights. 4 more. 3, 2. Next time they're in, hold them in, but get them to 90 degrees. Elbows in, straighten. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Squeeze. Strengthen those muscles. If you're working from home right now, you're sitting most likely unergonomically. And we want to strengthen those back muscles. Two more. Hold it open, press up. Bring it down to shoulder height. 4. Oh, I lied, not 4. 4, 3, 2. Hold them at the top, just to right. Drop it. Bring it up. 4 more. 3, 2. Just that left. 4, 3, them down just to shoulder height. Bring them in line, palms up. Bring them back down towards your hips, bicep curl up. You're not done. You're not done. I said we weren't stopping our arms until this song is done. Hold them up, bring them in line, out and in. Elbows in line with shoulders, that's what I meant by that. Palms face each other, do not hit yourself in the face. You're almost there. Squeeze that ball between your thighs. Squeeze your bum. Hold them in. Open out to the side. Again, press it up. Press. Press. 3, 2, and 1. Release it all the way down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Beautiful work. Your balls can come back to either side of your mat. Release that squish ball to the side. Woo! Bring yourself back to a 4-point position. You're going to be on your knees for quite a while. So maybe you're going to do what I'm going to do, which is fold your mat over a couple times so you have extra cushion under your knees. Hands under your shoulders. Let's do some glute med work, shall we? This is going to be horrible. Straighten out that right leg, pulse up. Oh, keep pulsing, I haven't forgotten about you. Hold it, give me some circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, make a rainbow. Tap the outside of the left to the outside of the right. Now hold it up, bend at the knee, pulse the heel up. Come down onto your left forearm. So now it's more the side of your bum you're hitting, right? Let's make it a little bit more exaggerated. Tap your ankle to ankle, lift up at the side. For 4, in 3, 2, we're gonna add that rainbow in. 1, so tap, reach, drop it to the side, lift up, tap, reach, tap it to the side. Yeah. More. Last one. Holding it just in that reach up. Reach. Reach just outside the bum. So juicy. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it up, straighten it out. Straighten your whole hip, circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, pulse up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release it down. Release on to your left side. Right Right down onto your bicep. Lift that leg, lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. Oh, you're not done yet. Okay, so pull that low belly in. So we're not shifting around, right? Give me some rainbows. Tap behind, tap forward. Next time you're back, pulse it up. So we're not hyperextending. Pull that low belly in, and we're just feeling it at the side of that bum. Circle, let's go. Reverse. Beautiful. Back to those rainbows. Tap in front, tap back. This time, I want you to hold it forward, hold it here, lift it lower, lift. Such an intense song for this. I love it. Hold it up, circle. Reverse. Three, two, one. Release it over. Bend behind. Inner thigh. Flex that bottom foot. Lift and lower. Hold it up, point your toe, triangles. How's this feeling? Are your triangles perfect? Reverse. Almost there. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Pulse up. Toe pointed. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Hold it. Lift it a little higher for 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Release that left leg on top. Bring your knees together, heels together, clamshell. Open the top knee and then drop it down. Giving yourself a little break. Beautiful. Release. Roll yourself into a tabletop position. Find that squish ball. Release it under your right knee. You're almost done. You remember this. You're gonna want your weights at the top of your mat. Toes stay down. Take an inhale. Pull that low belly in. As you exhale, lift that left leg up. Grab hold of that weight in your right hand. Reach out to the side and bring it in. Keeping square, keeping stable for 5, 4, 3, 2, reach the side and behind. Woo! 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that weight. Take an inhale. Hover everything. And release it down. This time, take the top of your hands, place them on the mat, and very gently rock yourself forward and back, just stretching out that wrist a little bit. Set yourself up on that left side. Get that ball under your knee. Toes stay down. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift that right leg up. Grab a weight in your left side and let's go. Open. Bring it in. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to the side. Back. Back. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover everything. 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Untuck those toes. Maybe you're going to fold your mat over a few times. You know where we're going. Ready? Left leg. Reach in and pulse up. You keep pulsing. I'm going to switch sides. Circle it. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 3, 2, hold it, draw me a rainbow. Now you're kind of opening up the hip. Let's make it a full motion. Tap the ankles, lift. Now we're going to add in that rainbow, right? It's gonna be so much fun. Next time you're up, straighten, tap to the outside, bring it in, tap down. Take your time going through these different moves. Squeezing your bum at every option that you can. To not torque your knee. Two more. Tap, lift. Last one. And then just to that lift. Just the tapping the ankle and lifting up the side for 4, 3, 2, on 1. Straighten it out. Circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And just lift it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And drop it down. Straighten it out. Lie right on your right side. Right on your right side. And then point. Flex to drop it. You're almost there. In 2, when you're at hip height, hold it. Last one, hold it at hip height. Circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Draw me a rainbow. Tap at the back, tap at the front. Next time you're back, hold it there. Tap and lift. Woo. 3, 2, hold it, circle. Don't hyperextend that back, reverse. Hold it, tap to the front. and to the back. There we go. Hold it at the front. Lift and tap. My little weighted ball is trying to get in the way. It's making me work harder. Hold it. Circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 3, 2, hold it. Bring it in line. Bring that leg behind you. Flex that bottom foot and lift and lower. Let's get that inner thigh. We're almost there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Point your toe. Triangles. Four more. 3, 2, and reverse. Oh, you're so close. That inner thigh, such a beautiful thing to get. Really spasming once it actually gets hit. 2 more in this direction. Last one. And then pulse it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Let it shake, 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 shake. 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Release that top leg. Come into a clamshell position. Lift that top leg and then lower down. You've made it to the end. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that leg. Press yourself up to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly and start tapping your knees on either side. Tap, 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 tap. Let them settle. Straighten out one leg. Have the sole of your other leg and your inner thigh. Take an inhale, sit up tall, exhale, fold. Just what's comfortable for you. Maybe you're holding your ankle, maybe you're holding your shin. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. And then walk yourself up. Straighten out the other leg. Other leg comes to your inner thigh. Take an inhale, sit up tall, exhale, fold. Holding on to whatever is accessible to you in your body at this moment. Take an inhale, exhale, fold. And start to walk yourself up. Come to a comfortable seated position. Open up your chest. Tuck your chin. Very gently, with one hand, guide your head to one shoulder. Gently release, roll your head to center, and then guide it over to the other side. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, guide your head back to center, release. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and press them down one more time. Up to your ears, roll back, press them down. Thank yourself for taking this time for your mind, for your body, for your soul. I hope you had a beautiful workout. And maybe I'll see you later.